Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. If you're watching this video, this is kind of a new format for me a little bit. Now, there are those that may sort of believe it or not, but I do actually have a producer that's helped me with these videos over the years, and I very much appreciate his assistance. But for some of the more topical stuff, I'm kind of playing with this new format. Bear with me. I do understand if the sound is not quite as good as we're usually used to in making these videos. So if you'll bear with me, I'm kind of working on it. But for topical stuff that just sort of comes up, I'm hoping to basically be able to quickly make something, get it out there, and just kind of move along. That said, expect to continue to see our regular videos. Again, I'm just playing with this format just a little bit, kind of to see how it's going to play. Again, we're going to try to improve the sound quality moving forward, but I very much appreciate anybody that's watching these videos, and any comments as far as the format or anything in terms of the new style of the format. You're kind of seeing the studio here sort of from the back end, so it's kind of weird for me to be doing it like this. I've done all the videos up to this point, the exception of a couple of times I was sick, in the same style, and I'm going to continue to do that, but I'm going to try something a little different as time moves on. We may even get into streaming on here, not quite sure. As you've seen, I've kind of dabbled and played around with different things in terms of internet content, and I'll continue to do that, but we also want to continue to put out timely information that's of some interest to expats and just people generally here in Thailand. That said, I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Bangkok Post, bangkokpost.com. Article is, I'll put a link in the description below. In our other videos where we cite it and my producer and I, we're able to actually put up the exact excerpts on screen. We haven't really done that in the past, but I'll go ahead and put a link up so you can directly go over there. Again, bangkokpost.com. Article is titled, Illegal Austrian Tour Guide Arrested on Koh Phangan. Quoting directly, Suratani, an Austrian man, has been arrested for allegedly working as a tour guide on Koh Phangan in this southern province. During questioning, Gunter, and he was only noted with that name, admitted to running an illegal tour guide service, charging each client 2,000 baht. He had been providing the services for 2 years. Quoting further, the Austrian faces charges of working without a permit and illegally operating as a tour guide. In Thailand, a number of jobs, including tour guides, are restricted to Thai citizens only. And then in a graphic in Bangkok Post, they put this up as well. For Thai hands only, below is a list of 25 plus occupations that are strictly prohibited for foreigners. And they've got things like wood carving, driving motor vehicles, sort of inland transportation. That's always the one I sort of note. The auctioning, my eyesight is not so good anymore. Polishing of diamonds and things, cutting, hair cutting, cloth weaving, mat weaving, mulberry paper making, lacquerware making Thai musical instruments, Nelaware, gold ornaments, bronzeware making Thai dolls, alms bowl making silk products by hand, making Buddha images, paper or cloth, umbrella making, brokerage or agency work. That's one that I see foreigners a lot trying to skirt around and play a lot of word games with. And again, it says except in international trade or investment. Well, what does that exactly mean? But you'll see a lot of folks here in Thailand, especially in the real estate sector. Again, it says brokerage and agency work, and real estate is already a prohibited occupation, as we've discussed in other videos. Quoting further here, Thai massage, cigarette rolling by hand, being a tour guide or operating sightseeing tours. Yeah, again, tour guide is considered a major Thai occupation. This is something they very much take very, very seriously. Peddling goods, so that's like working on the street vending sort of thing. Manual typesetting of Thai characters, silk reeling and twisting by hand. Another one, clerical and secretarial work. And then finally, legal services or services in the legal proceedings. And then it goes into there are some exceptions for arbitration, but that's international arbitration. As I've discussed in other videos, yeah, legal work is specifically prohibited here in Thailand from foreign nationals, despite what any of them say and all the sort of word games and things that get played with regard to that. That being said, I think it's worth noting because, I see a lot of folks coming in here now, and they are, quite honestly, a lot of them seem to be okay with sort of flouting Thai rules on this stuff. It's worth noting that the Thais take these things seriously, and protection of restricted occupations in Thailand is something that I don't see them ever changing from a policy standpoint. So those who are looking to come to Thailand, it's a good idea, and live here especially, and work here, it's a good idea to get into strict work compliance so that you don't run into these problems. I expect that the person involved there will probably have some real issues, possibly even be detained in immigration, and possibly even be blacklisted and deported. Again, not a foregone conclusion, remains to be seen after due process, but if we see further news on this matter, I will certainly be keeping people updated on the situation as it evolves.